Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Screen Junkies Universe. I'm Joe Starr. I'm here with Spencer J. Gilbert and Danielle Radford. Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Hey.
It is the nicest day of the year.
It's 6/9.
Yeah, baby.
It's still in 10 day, baby. Happy 6/9, everyone. A combination that, I don't know any context for or why it's funny or anything. Just kidding. It's really funny. It's pretty good. Hey, you guys want to know what's exciting?
What, Joe?
We have something to talk about today.
What?
That's weird.
On this show?
Yeah, we actually have a thing to talk about. We have a trailer dropped. Jonathan, prepare us for this momentous occasion.
Release the Kraken.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm so excited. We have news.
Just keep them here the entire video. Guys, the trailer for Bill and Ted Face the Music dropped today, and we're going to talk about it. When was the last time we got to talk about a trailer? 10 years ago? 11 years ago?
Who knows?
The before times, Joe. The before times.
The before times, before the Rona and the masks. We got a trailer, you guys. The Bill and Ted Face the Music trailer dropped this morning. This is, of course, the long-awaited third movie of the Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves masterpiece that is the Bill and Tediverse. Stars along with them. It's William Sadler, Samara Weaving, Bridget Letty Payne, and Kid Cudi are all in this. It's supposed to come out August 21st, but as we'll get into a little bit later, no date on the trailer because I think everyone's still trying to play it a little safesies. But before we talk about the safesies, let's talk about the funsies. What'd you guys think?
First of all, Kid Cudi, I did not like how I thought. He's not being sad somewhere. He's in movies. That's fine. He's not like riding a skateboard and being a bummer. It reminds me, remember, well, you do, because we had to watch it for a thing. In Doctor Who, there is a moment, and not just, this isn't just telephone box related, but there is a in between Doctor 11 and Doctor 12, there is
what they were named.
They're all just named the Doctor. But yeah, in between David Tennant and Matt Smith, there is a huge budget upgrade where it goes from being like really bad foam puppets to, like someone paid money for this and all the camera looks good there. That's my first thought was that, there's like money. There's like MIB money on this.
Really?
Like not a lot of
this trailer?
Not a lot, but compared to what it was.
Sure.
I do realize now that cave wasn't actually like the future's terrible and there was apocalypse. That cave was just what they could afford.
Yeah.
But
I want to go on a time heist, and that it seems like that's where we're going, and I'm very excited. I think time heists are in. They're big business. The audience loves going back to fix the mistakes of our past because that's where we're at right now, or go forward to steal the successes of our future. I think it's a great premise. It actually makes sense for like Bill and Ted would become middle-aged burnouts. Even if fate demanded that they become the world saviors, they'd find a way to screw it up.
Yeah.
So I dig it. I mean, it's just something about Bill and Ted that I love is like the variety of places they go, like throughout history, or all these alternate worlds in the future and stuff like that. And I didn't see, I see the prison yard versions of themselves, which I think is fun. I hope it is just like a kind of sprawling, picaresque journey from future to future, rather than. I hope they haven't restrained the budget. I hope they get to go wild with this.
Yeah, we definitely saw in that sort of when they reunited with Death. There's like the background was just like a city on fire with like dragons and stuff. So I am hoping it's like this weird romp through different dark alternate futures, and I'm really hoping that we get more than just prison yard Bill and Ted. Like I want cyborg Bill and Ted.
We got that in Bogus Journey, the robot Bill and Ted.
We did get robot Bill and Ted, but I'm thinking like I want like the weird T-1000 John Connor versus John Connor Bills and Teds. I just want them to go dark.
Well, and I am glad that they didn't spoil any of the other Bills and Teds that we might see. It's interesting because you forget how long Keanu Reeves has been like this version of Keanu Reeves. And then you go back and you watch him do some of his old stuff, and it's like, yeah, man, he's totally he is still Ted, but also he does look like a coiled snake that can haul off and beat somebody up at any moment. Because I don't think he can get rid of that now. He's been doing that for 30 years. That thing of just like, I'm gonna punch you. So he looks like him, but he would punch. It's interesting. That
punchline of like, it's a little dark, but that's cool. Like, he easily could have roundhouse someone like as soon as.
Why is he wearing a button up? That doesn't please me.
Because he tried. I wonder if like maybe his daughter bought it and was like, please just wear it. And he was like, this brings us closer. Okay.
Yeah. I need like a rattier Ted, a rattier middle-aged Ted. Maybe a cut-off tank top that he made himself, and a cigarette behind his ear. This is get that J. Crew shirt out of there.
Maybe it was like a wedding or something. That's as fancy as he gets.
Okay.
Yeah. No. True. Yeah. That's his real dressed up. That's his one that Tan France goes. Are we?
But if Dominic Toretto wore a tank top to his wedding, then Ted should do the same. A white tank top, it was formal.
It was his formal tank, and it was washed. It was recently bleached, and I really appreciated that. I do love that this is like a super, just simple layup, like time to grow up story. Because I don't think you can do that better and more just like direct and on the nose than with Bill and Ted. Like literal idiots that time travel that need to grow up for the sake of the world is fantastic and easy. I'm super excited about this. I was looking at the cast just because I wasn't sure who all was in it, and there's a bunch of. It seems like they're not going like super like cameo heavy, which I really appreciate because I feel like they could have had that danger. But there are some really fun like comic presences in there. Like Beck Bennett is on the council. I think he's a really underrated, funny dude. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do, especially these weird futures.
Yeah, I want to see all of the weird futures for sure. I'm curious about the daughter stuff because I feel like that is a thing that happens in a lot of these. Like, we're coming back and it's, we're bringing back the people you love and their kids. And it's like, F them kids, man.
F them kids, indeed.
F them kids. I hope I like them.
Yeah.
Ryan gives us an applause for F them kids.
they fell into that trap in Dumb and Dumber 2. Where I think that there was, spoiler alert, it turns out that the love interest was Jim Carrey's daughter. Whoopsies. And it also...
who was having sex with those people? Isn't that a crime? I'm sorry. It feels like that should be a crime. Bill and Ted, I at least get.
Yeah, they're in a band.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dumb and Dumber 2 really scarred me for let's bring the band back together for another go round of the old the comedy that worked 25 years ago. But I think Bill and Ted and Bogus Journey, like, it was about more than jokes. It was about the journey. It was that these were like adventure stories with jokes in them. So I think that you can definitely revisit that better.
Yeah, and I think as goofy as you even laugh sort of as you said it, where you're like, it's about the journey. Like, I do think Bill and Ted was about sort of like the real chill vibes. Sorry, that's such a dumb sense. I can't even but I think that's true, and I think because Dumb and Dumber, like, as funny as it is, it's also mean in a sense, and that's not a diss. Like, that's the edge of the comedy. It's like, look at these idiots, and even though like they love each other, everyone's very aware that they're idiots, and so there's something a little more like cynical about bringing them back. Whereas with these guys, it's just like, hell yes, let's bring them back. Chat super agrees with us. Black Daria says Bill and Ted trailer gave me so much joy, which is very against brand, Daria, but I'm glad you dug it. And then Almos 210 said, I think this is one of the movies we need right now, and I honestly, I really agree. I think this has gone from a fun curiosity to me to like put this in my veins. Like, I need to watch Bill and Ted in the future.
I'm really pumped for that song. They better put it on iTunes.
Yeah, whatever the ultimate song is, for sure.
Or the failures, if we don't ever see it.
About the Wild Stallions, though. If I recall, that they had 3 guitar players and a drummer. It just sounds like a mess no matter what. It's going to be very prog rock.
It's so noodly.
It's so noodly. Too much noodling. Get a bass player.
Yeah, it's dangerously fish. You got to be careful not to be electric fish.
Definitely. And I forgot the other thing I was going to say, so we'll just come back to that later.
Right. One thing, I was looking at, and then we have a very important question from Jack Rush. But It's crazy to me that Dean Parisot, this is like one of his first features since Galaxy Quest. Like he's been in TV, like obviously, yeah, Galaxy Quest didn't do well on delivery, but since like the formation of the cult following and stuff like that, it's shocking to me that he's mostly just done TV and hasn't been handled. For one thing, I think he's the perfect fit for this movie. Just based on Galaxy Quest, I think he'll get the tone, he'll get the execution really, really well. But it also just surprised me that Galaxy Quest was a massive cult hit and no one's ever been like, hey, give him more movies that'll do the same thing. It's weird.
Colin Trevorrow had one movie, and it's a fun movie, but he had one movie, and people were like, here's all of Hollywood, enjoy. So, yeah, it is kind of weird that someone, especially because you can say whatever you want to say about like how much money it made and the fact that it did stuff later. If you watch the movie, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is a horrible alternate reality where, like, instead of doing fun little projects like this, he just did 8 Avengers, which on one hand he gets paid, but, you know.
What do you think his exclusively gay moment is?
In Bill and Ted 3?
If he's doing the Avengers and you have to have an exclusively gay moment
in the Avengers, because I think Bill and Ted will have some exclusively gay moments that are exceptionally exclusively gay.
I think it would just be like 2 of Ultron's drones are holding hands in the background for like 0.2 seconds. They just fly by holding hands, and like if you blink, you'll miss it.
Yeah, and then one of the other Ultron drones goes, and then one of the other Ultron drones goes, "Be cool." And
and then a third Ultron drone pulls down his sunglasses and goes, "Ow!"
Jack Rush has a very important question: who'd win in a fight, Bill and Ted or Wayne and Garth?
I mean, Wayne and Garth, personally. I hate to bring down 6ix9ine on such a day, but because I love Bill and Ted, but Wayne and Garth, you have more distinction between the two. You know, you're either a Wayne or a Garth, and like to say you're more of a Bill or more of a Ted, I don't know what that means. You know, they're like the vanilla and low fat vanilla.
Ooh, yeah.
But is that more of like a I Am Legion and We Are Many sort of advantage where they fight as one?
Yeah, sure. I think Dana Carvey's Garth is like one of the all-time great comedy performances. Like that's an all-timer for me.
Yeah. Well, in a violent fight, Lisa Mortini says for some reason she can see Garth getting real dirty in a fight. So
that's what I was gonna say. Like that was exactly my thought. Was that like Bill and Ted seem like they're all groups of sweethearts, but I imagine that the way they fight dirty, like they are not fighting clean. Because they're from like where they're from, like they're from Illinois or whatever. Like people fight dirty where they're from, and it's not like a chill place.
They're hockey players, yeah. They're gonna
They definitely
electrocuted a man for being tall.
Yeah, so I definitely think that like Bill and Ted are very chill. They want to hang out vibes, if you will. Wayne and Garth will beat that ass.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. I'm really excited about this. Is there anything else that you guys would like hope we get more of in the Bill and Ted vein? Just like some fun comedy escapes. I mean, I know we want some horny skiing.
Oh,
yeah, we're all pro horny ski movie. Mm-hmm. Well, I remembered what I was going to say, which is just that. Don't get me wrong, I want to see this movie, but like, I don't want to risk the Rona for it. I wish this was coming out on VOD. Like,
same.
This would be like an instant $20 like night of purchase on whatever platform it came out on. If this comes out next month, I don't think I'm getting into the theater for it. Tenet, I'd die for Tenet. Not for Bill and Ted 3.
And the hope for more fun comedy escapes came from Benziton in the chat. Yeah, I was thinking, my first thought was like, I'd love to watch all 3. You know how like they do all the MCU movies every time a new one comes out? Like I'd love to watch all 3 of these together, but not in the world of the Rona. The Rona just makes me nervous. So speaking of Tenet, both of these, again, I think they're playing it kind of safe because neither of them, they have official release dates, but in the trailers, they're not showing dates in the end cards, just in case there needs to be a pivot because things get worse and which means they haven't found the perfect song yet.
That does. Right. Well, it's also, if you put a date on, the first thing that no one's going to talk about the trailer anymore. Everyone's just going to dunk on you for thinking there's a date. is what's going to happen. Like the conversation would be about the date and not the trailer, because we are all bored and in the house, and Twitter is ripe for Duncan at this moment. So
Gotta dunk on something.
gotta dunk on something. So now we would just dunk on that date. Like, oh, you really think a movie's going to come out in August? And then that becomes what every one of these shows would suddenly be. Do they really think Bill and Ted's going to come out in August? Are you going to risk your whole life and your grandma's life for Bill and Ted? It was very smart.
YouTube runs on Duncan, baby.
It runs on Duncan.
I want to take a second. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing, hitting the bell. We really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys being here. We hope you're having a good time in the funsies and times of unrest and marching and progress and fear of an invisible illness that's still out there. Hope you're having a good time talking with us about Bill and Ted. There are links in the description of the video of how you can get involved in Black Lives Matter, in the movement, and how to participate, where to donate if you can. Please check those out. We really, really appreciate it. A bunch of new videos today to watch. We got a new Honest trailer. It's for The Fifth Element. And likewise, we've got a video here called 100, that's about 100 different reasons why we love The Fifth Element. It's a very silly, dumb video for a very silly movie, and check it out. It's pretty fun. We've got an Honest Game trailer, and tomorrow at noon. Wait, what day is today? Today's Tuesday. Every day is a year now. Sorry.
Yes.
Thursday at noon. Thursday. I wish it was Thursday already, but it's not. Thursday at noon, we've got a Hey Fandom with Rob Paulson, which is gonna be awesome. If you've never listened to his podcast or watched him in an interview, he's a blast. This is gonna be so much fun. Make sure you check it out. Again, Hey Fandom is our thing where you can actually it's similar to our old SJU call-ins back in the day. You can call in and actually ask your questions and interact and all that good stuff. They've been super fun, but this one especially, I'm just really stoked for.
His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
He will probably do Fight Club quotes in a character voice of your choice.
That's pretty great.
Oh, and Wacko doing the rules of Fight Club?
That would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, he's a blast, so make sure you guys check that out. Please, that's Thursday at noon. You guys want to do some fan questions?
Heck yeah,
Sure.
fan questions.
Yeah.
Let's do some fan questions. This is from Jessica Beardsley, and this works because we saw, because of the Jailbird Bill and Ted, who were super buff. Which movie character would you want to be your personal trainer? And also let me know in the chat, because I want to see those answers as well. Which movie character would you like to have as your personal trainer? I mean, is it a little basic B answer to say Miyagi?
Right, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, because Shang from Mulan would be a great personal trainer. Plus, there might be smooches.
Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah, personal trainer, you need to get fired up. Miyagi, you'll kind of resentfully do your chores around the house, and that works over time.
He's going to trick you into
He's going to trick you. If you need tricking, but I'm there to train, I'm there to get my pump going, get my pump on.
Yep.
I think either Adonis Creed. I would, but that would be a bummer because there's no way I could keep up with him in any way. Even
none of us are running next to those bikes.
Light jog. Yeah.
none of us are competing with motorbikes in the streets of Philadelphia.
We're just sputtering as exhaust goes into our face and throwing up on the Philadelphia sidewalk. So Danielle, you go. Let me think of a different person.
Goku from any of the Dragon Ball Z's would be good. Just keep you
Except
in that
the movie.
Except but it would except the movie. But you do that thing where you train, and you would train in the low gravity and wearing too many clothes or whatever, Space Joey Tribbiani. And then when you're fighting, you're like, oh, I forgot, I'm still wearing all of these clothes. And then you take them off, and then you're the most
Classic
powerful
move.
person there. Classic Goku. You get powered up to 9,000 or whatever. I don't think any of us knows what that means yet, and that's fine. Also, he is very thorough, and we know how thorough all of the Dragon Ball Z people are, particularly in the shows, because it takes them a season to charge up. So we know nothing happens until like the end. And so we know that like you're gonna be charged and ready to go. Other than that, I would say was the original Black Ranger in the Power Rangers movie, because I want to learn hip hop keto.
Was he what?
I think
Was it
they
the
were gone
original?
by
I don't
then.
know if they changed.
I want to
Rangers.
say they had changed the three more ancillary Rangers had changed by the time the movie came.
Well, not just
Was the
answer,
original Black
they got rid of
Ranger,
Red.
They got rid
Yeah.
of Red. Yeah.
Okay, they
That's
got rid
right.
of Jason. They got rid, but yeah, Zach was gone too.
But yeah, so if Zach is an option, I'm learning that hip hop keto.
Yeah, they did. I think they realized some things they had done, so they did a quick volleyball rotation, so the black guy wasn't the Black Ranger.
And I mean, which is bad, but I want to say Trini was way worse.
Sure.
Trini,
Back on Trini's name. You put some
Just-
respect on that girl.
no, she was great, but I just mean like.
Oh, you mean the Yellow Ranger?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
yeah,
great.
yeah,
So worse, really worse.
No, much smarter to put Aisha in that role. In the chat, Scott Summers says The Rock in every movie.
Pain and Gain, especially, man.
Yeah.
Pain and Gain. Yeah, that'd be a little manic. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to find the right balance. All the buff people in film are usually crazy. There aren't any like sensitive ones.
Normal buffs.
Yeah.
I think that'd be another keep up thing for me. Like The Rock would wake me up and be like, eat 46 eggs. And I would just start crying.
He would have you on that Mark Wahlberg schedule.
Yeah. Well,
Where it's like,
Mark,
wake up at 4, eat food, 4:30, spa.
Pray 3 hours, golf.
forgot about that. Mark the Drifter says Mark Wahlberg in Pain and Gain.
Yeah.
So I love this. Marcus Weiss says John Candy from Cool Runnings.
He
There
was
we go.
very motivational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a cheater. Who doesn't love a cheater?
Cut
Katie
corners.
Mance, but you know he learns his lesson. Katie Mance says Tony Perkins from Heavyweights.
Yeah.
Yep, that is a Billy Business approved
That's a
answer
Billy
as well.
Rose review.
I dig it. And then Bearzerger says the honest answer would be Morpheus because he just uploads you with skills and you could just keep being lazy. Which
true.
That's true.
very true. I'm into that. All very good answers. Keela Friday asks, what movie did you watch? This is like the inverse of what we were just talking about with Bill and Ted. What movie did you watch on a streaming service that you wish you had seen on a big screen?
Oh, that's a really good one.
I mean, it's like any Kubrick movie, right? Like, I just was born too late. I've seen The Shining, Barry Lyndon, 2001, like all these movies on a TV or smaller. So
Yeah.
that would be nice to see in a real theater.
I want to say it's going to sound like a weird answer, but I believe I saw Crazy Rich Asians streaming. And just that movie's really gorgeous. There is so much packed into every frame, and visually it's really, I mean, obviously the wedding scene and all of the party scenes, but it's actually like a really pretty detailed movie with everything that happens in the background. And then all the set design and the clothes. That would actually be really cool to see up close, to dig in that detail.
It was full on rich people porn.
Oh yeah.
And like that deserved to be seen on a big screen. I absolutely agree with you. Just to see all the islands and the buildings and the skylines.
Yeah, man, climbing ivy and stuff.
I want to see Akira on a big screen. I'd like to see like some really good hand-drawn animation.
That'd be actually really cool.
In the theater.
Lisa Mortini says she saw Blade Runner 2049, not just on a screen but on a plane. Ooh, that's a
As it was meant to be seen.
cut down by Southwest Airlines. Oh,
Just
yeah.
constant like ding
A rough
in the
watch.
middle of it.
I watched Mandy on my laptop on a plane. And
It's intense.
I think
Did you have to hide it from other people?
Yeah.
I gave up after a while and was like, whatever. If someone looks over and it's just Nick Cage in a chainsaw fight or someone swigging vodka with their wang out, like they see it, it's fine. Kids got to learn.
Kids gotta learn. And
That's
who
the way
better
I
to learn it
learned.
from? Yeah. The Nick Cage and Joe Starr on a plane. There's no one better to learn it from.
Spencer Parrott says recently The Lovebirds. He wishes he'd seen that on the big screen. I can't remember the last time I saw a comedy in the theater. Like,
They don't make too many of them, so yeah, it's tough to
Yeah.
remember.
yeah.
I saw Game Night live.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember what else.
Tag, maybe? Maybe Tag was the last comedy I saw in the theater. It was definitely something I was covering.
My wife/producer just whispered into my ear that we definitely saw MacGruber in the theater. That might have been one of the last
10 years ago today.
No, I'm serious. Like, because the only other
love.
thing I could remember was For Your Consideration, the Christopher Guest. Like, I don't go see. Well, they don't put middle range comedies really in the theater anymore. It has been a long time now. Jack says he never got to see Pacific Rim in theater. That's rough.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then Martha says Annihilation. Martha del Pilar Moreno says Annihilation, which
I saw that on Netflix. That would have been cool.
Yeah, Colossal would have been a good one to see in theaters too. I definitely saw that on Netflix. Everyone should see Colossal. It's like weird and cool and not what you think.
Yeah, Lauren Platt says she never saw Inception in the theaters. Really missed out. Yeah, I think if I hadn't seen that on the big screen, I would have been not a diss on the movie, but just the scope and the feel and the spectacle shrinks down so much. Those buildings folded in on themselves when they're not on the big screen.
Oh, and I saw 1917 on a laptop. So cool.
That sucks. Oh, that's...
You were told not to. We were all told not to.
I know.
We were all warned, but we did it anyway. Because you can't tell us nothing.
Yeah, because it's free.
And Jamwa...
not pirated, but also probably not legal to take somebody's screener.
Yeah, probably not. Jam is reassuring you, Spencer, that Akira is great on the big screen. So if you ever have like a theater like doing, for this weekend or this night or whatever, you should make sure you check it out. I've always wanted to see the Ghibli movies on the big screen because I feel like someone does that once a month where they're like, here's all of them for running for the week, and I never end up going.
Ramen never looked so good.
Yeah, the apartment building next to mine doesn't have like windows on that side, so I feel like I could just hang a movie screen on their thing and then shine a projector out my window and just hope they don't notice. Or just
that'd be
ask
really awesome, honestly.
Yeah. Really cool. You would bring the neighborhood together, and we all know that what you want more than anything, Spencer, is to be around more people.
My neighbors to come over.
Yep, that's
everyone crowd into my bedroom.
When I think of Spencer, I think of guests.
We have them in there's a screening process though. It's very rigorous.
Yeah. No, I get that. Well, especially now. Like, have you sneezed?
Yeah, right.
Wide Veed, Midsummer, visually incredible, saw it at home. And then Jacqueline J said Knives Out. Yeah, I wish Knives Out would have been fun to see in a theater with the crowd. Not just because of like the visuals on screen and stuff, but that would have been really fun with an audience. And I think
they're definitely, and I think that's one thing that I always, which is funny because we always talk about how much we love live performances. We talk about concerts that we've been to that we loved. If you're me and Joe, we bore people about the times we went to WrestleMania, and we talk about or how stand-up is better when you see it live in a group of people. But for some reason, I think we just don't ever give that consideration to comedies, and comedy is like social. Like, you need to be with people. Seeing Cats in the theater multiple times around other people was like the best way to see Cats. It was amazing.
Yeah.
If they did another Cat screening tomorrow, I might go.
That's going to be a new midnight movie for sure.
Yes.
It'll be like Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Room, and Cats.
Yeah, which the Midnight Trilogy for that. And Danielle has just confirmed that she would indeed die for Cats, and I
would die for Cats.
D for C's.
You guys feeling good? Have we named all the movies?
We named all
on
the
this one,
movies
yeah,
ever.
sure.
Yeah,
we can name more movies.
If you want to, I'll give you the next 30 seconds to just name some movies.
Citizen Kane.
Ooh,
well done.
2001: A Space Odyssey is a movie.
Well said.
The Godfather.
Yep.
Breakin' 1 and 2, both movies.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Superman, all of them. Superman 4 I've been told, is a movie.
Chappie.
Ooh, Interview with the Vampire.
Chappie definitely. Oh my God, guys, that's our show.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, we did.
We named enough movies, so we get to go.
So we get to go. I hope
But
you
you
guys
named the 50th movie, SJU's over.
Let's keep them short and sweet. And I'm not gonna lie, Spencer dropped some really interesting grilled cheese recipes into our Slack, and I'm starting to get a hankering.
Cheese on the inside and the outside, you guys. Change your life.
Beautiful bastard.
Look at that Slack.
Guys, I hope you had a good time. We'll see you tomorrow right around here, where unless more news drops, we're going to talk about an ogre. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.
All right, happy 6-9.